Arvinder Kaur, Assistant Professor, B.Ed College, affiliated by Guru Gobind Singh, Indraprasth University. Today our topic is behavior modification technique. Before starting the topic, it is important to understand the general meaning of behavior. So behavior is anything that a person says or does. Behavior can be good, behavior can be bad, behavior can be positive, behavior can be negative. So behavior is expression of experience which belongs to a subject and which is due to the interaction of subject and object. It implies the duality of subject and object. If there were no subject and object, there would be no experience. So behavior is basically understand by two things. It is basically expressed in two ways. One is behavior deficit, means something lacking in your behavior. For example, child is not able to interact or mix with her classmate. That means this is the negative behavior. You are lacking with something. And second is behavior excesses, behavior which is out of control. Example, child showing tantrums when you are over excessively doing anything which is not acceptable. That is behavior excesses. So behavior is divided into two parts: behavior deficit and behavior excess. So now we will understand what is behavior modification. Behavior modification can be described as an approach to psychotherapy which is based on the learning theory and aims address the client's problem through technique designed to reinforce desired and eliminate undesired behavior. Behavior modification assumes that behavior can be acquired or learned and can also be unlearned. So new desirable behavior can be learned. Thus the relationship definitely between observable stimuli and a response is important. We can reward the child, we can punish the child, anything can be used to control the behavior. So regulate the relationship between stimuli and response in the form of reward and punishment. You can punish the child, by that also you can change the behavior. You can reward the child by giving token or by giving star, by giving excellent. So behavior can be easily modified, but you have to use some proper technique according to the negative positive behavior of the child. Steps of behavior modification. Change in behavior may be a newly developed behavior. In present behavior, you have to develop new behavior, increase or strengthening a present behavior, maintaining a present behavior, or decrease it behavior. When your behavior is excessive, so you decrease that behavior, and when your behavior is deficit, you increase the behavior. So first step, analyze the behavior problem. First of all, we need to analyze the problem behavior through a process of behavioral assessment. Behavioral assessment helps us to basically understand the problem in its different aspect, in different context, and across different setting or situation. So problem can be studied in detail, like we can study the frequency, we can study the duration, we can study the intensity. So what is frequency? How often the behavior occurs. Example, how many times a child has used abusive language in the classroom. Duration, how long the problem behavior last. Example, a child goes on talking abusive language or uses for a while only. So duration, definitely. Intensity, how severe is the behavior. Example, the child uses extreme abusive language or mild abusive language. So what was the intensity of the language? So we focus, while analyzing the data, we focus on three things: frequency, intensity, and duration. All these three things are very important. Second step of behavior modification is specific information about the behavior must be collected. Yes, You have to know, you have to focus on not on the journal information, you have to focus on the specific information why a child is having such behavior. So for that we basically used ABC model of behavior analysis. So what is ABC model? It is antecedent. A stands for antecedent, B stands for behavior, and C stands for consequences. So ABC model of behavioral analysis is basically a functional analysis. Antecedent basically describes what happened just before the occurrence of the behavior. Antecedent help in understanding the behavioral problem in detail, what precipitates the problem, when it occurs, at what setting it occurs, who are present, what type of event situation usually leads to the behavior problem in question. So behavior, if we talk about behavior, refers to the behavior shown or demonstrated. Consequences means determine the client's behavior, refers to what does the behavioral lead to, how to parents, teachers, peer respond to the child behavior. This determine whether the behavior will continue or modified or decrease or increase, as we already discussed. So ABC model described as follows: what comes directly before the behavior, what look like, what not look like. Third step is assessment. All the antecedents factors will be elaborated, consequences will be noted down, goals will be specified, particular intervention will be finalized, implementation, follow up, and evaluation. So, if we talk about our first antecedent, as we already discussed, when did it occur, how did it start, what was the duration. The consequences are noted down, means how did the teacher react to aggressive behavior of the child, how did other classmates present reacted, and how any other consequence, may be punishment by the principal of the school. Third is antecedent and consequences of the problem that leads to setting off a goal. The goal may be to reduce the aggressive behavior of the child. To achieve this goal, the target response, that is response which need to be changed or specified. Fourth is, in the case the target response may be reduction in hitting behavior, using abusive language, overcoming getting angry very quick. Fifth is, thereafter the appropriate intervention technique to be used and decided and implemented. So all these steps will be used in analyzing the behavior of the child. Discuss the different steps of changing the behavior of the child. Now, how these steps will be changed by using different techniques. So techniques of behavior modification: first is systematic desensitization, means used to eliminate fear or undesirable behavior. Systematic desensitization uses the principle of counter conditioning, which counters the anxiety connected with a particular behavior or situation by inducing a relaxed response to it instead. This method is often used in treatment of people who are afraid. Those people who are afraid of flying. Another example of this practice will be removing the fear of public speaking. This is done by gradually exposing the person to experience in public speaking, to experience in a small group of friends. The person then gradually works up to speaking in front of a larger group of a stranger or associate. The first and most important requirement is to prepare a list of all the situation, events, objects that evoke fear or anxiety in the client. So fear of speaking in the public will be first removed. We prepare a list why the person is having anxiety of speaking in a public, then training in relaxation. This consists of helping the client achieve a relaxed state of body and mind. And then third is presenting anxiety provoking item during relaxation state. The last step is presenting the hierarchy of anxiety provoking items one by one when the client is in a relaxed state. Second technique is aversive conditioning, basically to break bad habits or undesirable habits. So aversion helps break bad habits through associating aversive stimuli to the undesirable habit. Eventually the undesirable habit becomes associated with the negative consequence and the behavior is reduced. So aversive conditioning can be changed. You can break the bad habits and undesirable behavior of the child. Third is token economy. Token economy is systematic positive reinforcement given to the child. Human behavior is routinely motivated and rewarded by positive reinforcement. Token money is based on systematic positive reinforcement, where rules are established that specify particular behavior that are to be reinforced and the reward system is set up. So token money is a highly effective behavior modification technique, especially with child. In this technique, desired behavior result in the reward of a token, such a poker chip or a sticker or a toffee or a chocolate. And undesirable behavior result in removal of a token. So when a children obtain a certain number of tokens, he will feel very happy and his behavior will be changed. Then fourth is extinction, eradicating undesirable behavior. Eradicating undesirable behavior by deliberately withholding reinforcement is the another popular treatment method. For example, a child who habitually shouts to attract attention may be ignored unless he or she speaks in conversational tone. This is based on the principle that if the behavior is not rewarded or encouraged, it will become extinct. So it's very important that we should reinforce the behavior of the child to eradicate the undesirable behavior. So last technique is biofeedback. Biofeedback is immediate feedback by mechanical device. Behavior modification principles also can be used to treat emotional problems that are triggered by a physical symptom. Biofeedback is a method that provides immediate feedback on a person's physiological state, be it a heart rate, breathing rate, or a blood pressure. So feedback is provided by a mechanical device that lets the person know emotional response can be prevented. An example of this would be someone who has problem controlling anger. The increase in breathing rate and heart rate can be monitored and controlled with practice. Once controlled, a person is better able to control the angry outburst. So person's heart rate must be controlled, breathing rate must be controlled, blood pressure must be controlled. Today we studied behavior modification technique. Hope you understand the concept. Thank you so much.